What is a poverty? Different countries define a poverty differently. Some define poverty as a inefficient of a basic needs such as food, shelter, and clothes. Poverty also refers to a lack of a necessity such as electric, water, health, facility, and education. In Malaysia, three poverty have been used. That's it: absolute poverty, relative poverty, and hardcore poverty. The three concepts of poverty are linked to the poverty linked income (PLI). Next, what is absolute poverty? Absolute poverty is a state by which an individual is unable to meet their immediate need. In other words, they are unable to obtain basic needs such as shelter, water, and food. In contrast with relative poverty, which is where individuals are poor by comparison to other members of society. The word ban uses absolute poverty as its default definition of poverty. This distinguished as an uniform measure of poverty throughout the world in identify serious case of poverty. The terminology absolute poverty only cover basic need. We may often hear that poverty is at an all-time high of poverty is increasing. However, this often refers to a relative poverty which is based on average income level of nation. By contrast, absolute poverty refers to absence of any human need such as food and water.
I'm Nurada binti Razli and I will continue about causes of rural poverty. There are many causes of poverty. Rural poverty caused by poor household engaged in low productivity activity. Without a job, people will face poverty. Most of the population live in a rural community where natural resources has been plundered. Our country of colonial rule will conflict over land has forced people away from their sources of income and food. Low education level is another causes of poverty. Not every person without an education is living in extreme poverty, but most of the extreme poor do not have an education. Many families cannot afford to send their children to the school and need them to work. Poverty threatens education, but education can also help end poverty.
My name is Muhammad Nazir Ashraf and I want to talk about relative poverty. Relative poverty describes conditions in which the people cannot afford actively to participate in society and benefit from the activities and experience that most people take for granted. It is conventionally defined as a 40, 50 and 60% of national median disposable income. The National Poverty Lines Income (PLI) have been revised recently by the Department of Statistics Malaysia (DOSM), with the poverty lines revised from RM 908 to 2,208 in July 2020. This means that over 100,000 households in the country with the month income below the level of considered to be living in poverty. Thank you.
Unemployment is one of the causes of relative poverty. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia official portal, the unemployment rate dropped 0.1% to 4.8% in February 2021, as opposed to January 2021. The number of unemployed persons declined by 5.0 thousand persons or 0.6% to record 777.5 thousand persons in Malaysia. Relative poverty can also be permanent because certain families has absolutely no chance of enjoying the same standard of living as other families in the same society currently have access to. This is because relative poverty in Malaysia is defined as the per capita household income level that cut off the bottom 40% of the population. On the other hand, relative poverty is focused on the condition of those at the bottom of the income distribution and depends on how the income distribution is moving.
The hardcore poverty was defined in 1988 as the condition in which the gross monthly income of a household was less than half of the PLI. The urban hardcore poor are more serious and different from the rural poor. The rural poor have their own support system and are assisted by government agencies. Their household income was less than absolute poverty as well as relative poverty. Is a group of people that their income was less than others. Therefore, to measure all these kind of condition, a poverty line income, which is PLI, was created and used based on basic cost of the items. By eradicating these poverty problems, the Malaysian government wanted to accomplish their strategy by the three policies. First policy is new economic policies. The second policy is new development policy. And last but not least is the third policy, which is new vision policy.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Wana Hafiza binti Rosman. Today I'm going to speak on the causes of hardcore poverty. But before that, I will list out the group of the people who categorize under the hardcore poverty, which are low-skilled people, weak human capital, disabled people, old people, and a single mother with a man child. Next, I will explain on the causes of hardcore poverty. This hardcore poverty is happened because they are not be able to join the government program because of poor, sick, widows, old or handicapped. Next is because they live in the rural area in order to take care of the family member who is sick. And the sources of income is only from the farming. And lastly is because mostly people that is categorized under hardcore poverty is people that age 70 to 80 and the people with the health issue. That's all from me. Thank you.